Election day is less than a week away. It's Tuesday, and all of the commercials will come to an end. Although they're really just going to, this is the prelude to NY22, the commercials you're going to see in this race. Gosh. And you can only imagine that the midterm commercials are going to start, who knows, maybe they'll start at Christmas time. Maybe they'll wait until January, but you know they're coming. Michele Mandia is running for the Common Council, an at-large seat in the city of Utica, and is on the line now. Michele, good morning. Thanks for coming on this morning.
Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Good. So tell us why should people vote for you? Why should you be on the Common Council?
Well, I have a little bit of experience being on the school board for 5 years, so dealing with that for the past 5 years, many budgets, some years of no tax increase. I think I could, bring something to the table that others don't have.
One of the things I believe in your commercial, you felt that the council was wrong when they voted to extend term limits for the mayor and really for themselves as well. You would be against that if you were on the council.
Absolutely. It's like somebody saying, oh, I'm doing such a great job, patting myself on the back, I'm going to extend my term without going out to the public. Who does that?
Would you have been okay if it was put up for a vote, that it was there for the people to vote on?
Absolutely. I mean, they voted it down before, 80 to 20, 80% in favor of term limits, 20% no. So who determined not to do that? You're representing the city, the people of the city. So I just felt it was, they turned around, they gave themselves a big pat on the back and said, we're doing such a great job. We don't have enough votes, so let's kind of backdoor this and, extend the term limit.
Let me ask you your thoughts on a few of the big issues that are out there today. One of them, of course, being the hospital downtown. Where do you stand on that, and the parking garage and all of it?
Listen, I'm concerned about the parking garage. I know it's going to be, a 60-40 split between the county and the city, but being a taxpayer, so now I'm going to pay twice for it. And being an employee, nobody's really come out to say, you're going to have to pay $40 a month, $50, $10, $0. Who knows? I negotiated 5 contracts for the hospital. I work for, I'm a staff rep for CWA 1126. So some of those people, $40, if they, I just don't know what they're going to charge. If they're charging anything, where's the transparency? Like, there is no plan that's come to light. So for some of these people who are making $9.70 an hour, $40, $30, $2 is a lot of money for somebody making that amount of money. So, again, a little bit of transparency with this, it goes a long way.
So with transparency, and I believe that we are expecting to see soon, I know that this terrorist attack is going to delay when the governor comes to town, but I think soon they're going to be laying out their final plan. The hospital is going to be laying out that final plan. Are you, if they are transparent, you get to see, is this something that you support? Do you support a new hospital downtown?
Let's put it this way. I support a new hospital. Working there, until the final plans come out, Bill, I'm not going to comment on that because nobody has a final plan. I think it's been done a little bit backwards. I know there was a lot of work. I think the work should have been done and then brought to the people.
Yeah, okay. But
a little clarity.
But so when you say you're not necessarily for it until you see it, you're also not necessarily against it until you see it.
Right.
Okay.
I just want to see the plans. I want to see what it's all about. Utica needs state-of-the-art hospital.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things are falling apart. They're falling down. What are the plans for the old places? What are we going to do with St. Elizabeth? I feel that they just should have had this stuff lined. I know it's a long process and they've had to do their due diligence, but at some point, I think they should have had the due diligence completed and then come to the people and said, here's what's going on.
Okay.
Do
you feel that the hospital, MVHS, and the firm that represents them, do you feel they've done a bad job at rolling this out for people?
I do. I do think that. I mean, even including the employees. I don't. I think they're, a day late and a dollar short. Some of the stuff they're coming out with now. I see, a few things here. I've seen a couple commercials for the pro downtown hospitals. How could you be pro downtown hospital? Well, let's take out the downtown or wherever it is. A pro state of the art hospital when you're not putting out any facts.
Right.
So are you
bringing in? Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, from somebody who knows, you seem to believe though that a new hospital is needed.
Yeah, I do believe a new hospital is needed. Why is needed? Sorry about that. Why would we be sending people other places, Syracuse, to Albany?
Right.
When they have this great care. Why are not the people, the citizens, the residents of Utica entitled to great health care?
Mm-hmm. All right. And you feel that we're not because of the way the facilities are split up?
Well, you got 3 facilities. You got Faxton, you got St. Elizabeth, you got, St. Luke.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's time that we find, a good situation where people can go, get good health care, be happy, and everybody is happy with the situation. But again, I think they've been in this for 2 years or so now, and we really haven't gotten any information.
All right. One final push here, if you could.
Can I ask one more thing? Yeah. In addition to whether or not employees would be charged in the parking garage, are there other things that you're specifically seeking answers for?
With regards to the hospital?
Yeah, to the hospital, yeah.
I would just like to see a rollout plan, and I'm hoping that, like you said, comes out soon so we can kind of, see what's going to happen to our members and our employees, our people who are going to seek health care.
I guess my question is, you had said you weren't ready to take a stance on it because there were unanswered questions. Is it the look of the hospital? Is it what is it that you don't know about the hospital that you'd like to know?
Well,
how many?
We started out with, I think it was going to be, somewhere I think around 400 beds. Then I hear it's going to be something like 2-something. Are people going to lose their jobs? Is there going to be less staff? So there's, a lot of questions that need to be answered.
It's interesting. I find it interesting because your concerns are different than others because of the labor issue.
Right.
And that's interesting. I think it's interesting to hear from somebody who's more on the inside and has a personal vested interest differently than just health care. I mean, we have to be honest. This is it's a labor issue, and it is interesting to get your take on that.
We've got people working there, 30, 40. One of my nurses works there 50 years. She's just part-time now, but, people are relying on those jobs to survive. So when you're downsizing, beds, where are those people going to work?
All right. Obviously, you'd like people to vote for you on Tuesday.
Absolutely.
Okay. And what candy did you give out last night? Did you give out candy? Was it the Snickers bars, the Reese's? What did you give out?
Black licorice?
Well, here's the thing is, I worked until 7, so I didn't get to hand out candy, but everybody brought candy to the nursery where I work, so I got choice of what I wanted to eat.
Oh, so you did really well, then. You did well.
I did really
Good for
well.
you.
Nice.
All right, Michelle, thanks for taking the time this morning. We appreciate it. Good luck, and we're just a few days away.
Thank you for having me on.
All right. Thanks so much. Michele Mandia, running for Common Council at large.